Hi, it's David, and wanted to just keep up to speed with regards to the coronavirus. We had new CDC recommendations come down to the state of Florida Sunday night, and so between last Sunday and this Sunday, they have changed what they think is best for our health and safety. And now, at the state of Florida, so far, I just did a little cutout here, and couldn't really get a graph, but we have lost, as of Monday, 5 people in the state of Florida. I know on the one hand, 16.5 million or something, and 5 people have passed away. I mean, any death is traumatic, and we should be praying for these people and for the people who've tested positive, that they would get recovered. They would get healthy and back to strength again. Worldwide, on the planet, there's over 7,000 people. So this is getting to be something that could, if it doesn't get stopped, become more widely spread than it is now. It's in various pockets, and so what all of this that we're doing with the CDC and their instructions is to keep the United States population from being exposed to the coronavirus. So here, originally last week, what they were saying was, let's do groups of 250 or less, don't go over 250. And so last Sunday we were able to have 2 services, and because we divide up into services, you don't get that much in one place at one time. And this week, the new advice as of last Sunday was to do groups of not more than 50. Now, we can't do that because there's always more than 50 even at each service. So what that means is that we are not going to be able to have public services, and what we're going to do is put it online for everybody. And you know how to get it. You go to YouTube and go to Cape Coral Church and punch that in. That'll take you to our webpage. Or you go to Facebook, same thing, Cape Coral Church, and it'll take you to our live service. So groups less than 50 mean that we are all going to be home. And if you're in your pajamas watching me preach, I don't want to know about it. Just relax, be part of the community. And usually there's actually a place for comments down on the bottom as you're watching. So we'll be watching to see your input and continuing on as a community learning about Christ. Now, why do they do this? Why do they say it's 250 or there's 50, or where are they coming up with these numbers? Basically, the 250 group means that in a group of 250 people, you would not expect to see a person, or there's a low probability of a person having the virus and exposing the other 250, 95 times out of 100. So that's where the number came from. Now, there's not been a big change, and yet they dropped to 50. Why would they do that? And the reason is because they're having a more aggressive strategy. So even if the numbers don't quite warrant groups as small as 50, they still are going to that. They want to get this thing stopped, and I'm so pleased with how aggressive they're going after this thing. And the thing that I gave you last week to take home showed you a picture of the curve that they are trying to deal with. And what happens is, if it's not attended to, you'll see the spike goes up. You knew I couldn't do this without a graph, didn't you? So the spike goes up, and a whole bunch of people get it all at once, and it creates a national crisis. So what they're doing is spreading the virus, slowing it down, and spreading it out. Why are they doing that? They're doing that because you'll see there's a line here, maybe you can't see, but there's a dotted line which says that's how much capacity we have for hospitals and for people who get it. So they flatten the curve down, spread it out, and that way we can get more people attention. And although more people may get the virus, they don't know for sure, less people will have bad outcomes. So that's why they keep changing the numbers, is to get more and more aggressive. So the proven strategy actually it's a theoretical strategy, but the CDC has become more aggressive, and we are responding to that. And they're downsizing the groups, and they are keeping us from spreading it among ourselves with the, in Florida, 50% capacity in the bars and in the restaurants. They don't want to put people right out of business, but they still want people to stay safe So we appreciate the energy and the updates that we're getting from the government, and hopefully very soon we'll flatten that curve right out and we will be out of a crisis. But for the meantime, we just are appreciative of our advice from the state. We'll be following it, and hopefully you will be able to sit at home, enjoy the service, and although I won't see you, you'll see me Sunday, 9 o'clock, 10:45. And now on Thursday, Morgan and Leslie will be giving an update to the families. They're going to have a curriculum ready for parents who have children at home, and they're going to be updating on how we're going to handle the youth in this coronavirus problem. And so stay tuned. We'll be getting back to you later. God bless you. I will be talking to you from the scriptures on Sunday. Bye-bye.